The Big 12 Week 11 preview and picks edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Start crushing college football, college basketball, and NFL with Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Welcome, everybody, into the Big 12 College Experience, part of Sports Gambling Podcast Network, Week 11, Tuesday, November the 7th. We got a dandy. We got a hell of a slate here. We got impactful games with the college football playoff. We got basketball. We got it all. And we'll be here, actually, me and this other guy, for the next couple hours over here on the College Experience. But first, who are we? Well, I'm Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. And this guy, he is always fighting a family civil war somewhere in Big 12 land, whether it's in Stillwater, not so good there right now.
That's La La Land right now.
All the way out to Orlando, up to Cincinnati, out west to Tucson. He is the Big 12 guru, a.k.a. the Green Mowing, Weed Growing, Troy Chewning. Troy, what's up, brother?
Well, I'm as hot as a blowtorch now since Monday and Tuesday's pregame shows. You got some fucking sweet parlays, some first half sharp lines. We're 3-0 on our Samurai first half sharp plays. We got Ovi last goal live bet after 2 periods. Again, pulled out the Ovi system last night, and it's 3-0 on the year too. That was 8-1. We got one at 9-1, but yeah, hot as a blowtorch right now. Haven't had a Big 12 week where I've come in to football this hot. So I'm expecting to get basically hosed down here and cooled off real quick in this league. But we'll see. Maybe I finally have figured it out to supplement my heater with other bets before taking Big 12 teams.
Yes, and we'll talk about it. Troy and I will be on the preview show here for college pregame show. I guess it's a preview as well for college basketball here at 6:00 Eastern. So back-to-back doubleheader with me and Troy, and Cannabis Capper will be joining us. But we're here to talk Big 12, 6 games on the slate. Troy, I want to get your initial thoughts on the playoff. I asked for rushes yesterday. Dude, what the hell's BYU got to do to fucking
Doesn't matter.
I mean, what the hell?
That's not the team that's going to be in the playoff from the Big 12. You guys all know which team is going to slide into the fucking playoff from this conference. There's one team that finally has ESPN on their side. I kind of started to believe this a couple of weeks ago. Now I'm seeing actual news reports about, if it comes down to a Big 12 championship and a 2-loss Colorado team can get it done. I think Colorado's got the best shot with 2 losses over a 1-loss Iowa State, over a 1-loss or 2-loss Kansas State now, over a no-loss BYU. I put Colorado at the top of my chances to get to the playoff ranking. Got to have the brand.
I just want to know what BYU's got to do to crack like the top 5. I mean, they're undefeated. They have 2 top 20 wins. They got Tennessee above them and Penn State. What? What's Tennessee's best win? Arkansas? I mean, Oklahoma State beat fucking Arkansas. I was watching that. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Man, oh man. Unbelievable. And then K-State K-State and Iowa State, they put them down. They couldn't wait to fucking just have them tumble in the rankings, but it is what it is.
You kind of knew that was going to happen, right? If one of those teams lost.
Yeah, and I mean that was a shitty week, but I just can't get over this disrespect for BYU. You can pick against them on a weekly basis, but what you think is going to happen on the field is different versus what they've done from a resume standpoint. They went to SMU, who has not lost another game all year. They're running to the ACC, and they won it and dominated that game, led by double digits for a majority of it. And then they beat K-State by 4 touchdowns. So it's like at some point, the games have got to matter. The results have got to matter. And if BYU does drop one of the remaining 4 games, they can't wait to just fucking fire them out of the rankings. So we'll talk about it. But first, I need you guys to get on over there. Leave us a 5-star review over at the Big 12 Experience. Shout out to I forget who it was that left us a 5-star review the other day. He says that we're hating on his Buffs. I do not hate the Buffs.
Hopefully he just heard what the fuck I just said. Jesus Christ.
We've been fair on the Buffs. We were low on them in the preseason. They started slow. They've gotten a lot better. And we're glad that Colorado's back in the Big 12 where they should be, and they never should have left. So get on over there. Even if you disagree with us or you want to tell us we're jackasses, aka myself, and just leave a 5-star and get on over there. Like, subscribe, and subscribe on YouTube as well as we continue to grow this channel and bring you guys more and more content like the pregame show. We got other ideas on the horizon, but we can only do it with likes and subscribes and helping the algorithm and making this channel grow. So help us help you by getting over there and leaving a 5-star and prevent corporate gambling from taking over. All right, Troy. What a game to lead off with. The Mountaineers are taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. West Virginia gets the much-needed win out of the bye week, or going into the bye week, sitting at 4-4. Cincinnati, on the other hand, lost in Boulder the week before the bye. The game kind of got away from them at the end of the first half. They are laying 5, and I'll take my Mountaineers. I'll take the points. I think this is a one-possession game, back and forth, close game in Cincinnati. I'm taking the points. Not laying 5 with Cincinnati against West Virginia. So I actually think West Virginia is going to win. I think they're going to do the most Neil Brown thing ever and win all these meaningless games down the stretch and get to like 7-5 or 8-4. So give me my ears. +5. Let's go.
Yeah, I saw when I was riding in, you guys were doing the pregame show to the hockey game last night in DC. Saw someone kind of bitching at Nick for agreeing too much. So that person, hopefully they're in the chat right now. I'm laying it with Cincinnati here. For bowl eligibility to matter, West Virginia is only 1-1 as a 4.5-point dog, getting that, like, covering with that or more. I also don't think that I'm going to bet this. I think I'm going to stay away from this game, but I'm going to hammer the under 56.5 in this one. I think we see, you saw Nico kind of play that safer short completions game. Brendan Sorsby kind of likes to do that too. Kiner is going to be able to run the ball. I think Jaheim White's going to be able to run the ball. Putting out a little feeler there for our underdog play. I think those two are going to be able to grind a little bit.
Agreed.
So I feel the best about the total game under at 56.5, actually.
I agree with you. I think there's going to be points in this game. West Virginia offensively looked good at Arizona. Cincinnati's looked good all year.
I took the under.
Oh, you took the under?
Under 56.5. I think there's going to be a lot of possessions that go, 5-6 minutes.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about more long, sustained drives.
Yeah, they both want to control it, and I don't think they have as many explosives with Nico. There's a chance that they have a few more through the air, but that's not how they kind of design. He was 18 of 22, and what did he have, like just over 200 yards passing or something, 180?
Yeah, he's
I think you see a lot of that.
Good as Garrett Green.
Run and shoot.
Yeah. The weather's supposed to be in the mid-50s, a little bit of wind, so we'll see if Nico can get another road win for the Mountaineers, replacing Garrett Green. So we're different. Do you have the coin?
I do have the coin.
Rush is on the Mountaineers, by the way. He texted his picks. He can't make it today.
All right.
Hey, the coin went 4-0 last week.
Coin went 4-0 last week. All right, we got tails. So tail at home, right? They're taking Cincinnati. Coin is taking Cincinnati.
Are on the
I also don't have to call the coin they anymore, by the way. It's a he now.
Yeah, we got rid of that shit the other night. Thank God. Next up on the dock, let's go, baby. Make coins great again. The Iowa State Cyclones are taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. Iowa State, brutal loss the other last Saturday when they could not get it done against Texas Tech. Came all the way back, lost 23-22. You knew they were going to hit a wall eventually. They were playing out of their minds. Kansas, on the other hand, they're off the bye week. They lost to Sunflower Showdown. They're 2-6, man, and they're only getting 3 points. And I'll take the Jayhawks. I'm going to take the Jayhawks. I think they're going to fight like hell to get to bowl eligible. They lose every game by one possession, so they're getting 3 at home. It wouldn't surprise me if they lost by 1 or 2. But I think they're going to win the game. I think they're going to end Iowa State's at-large bid here. Rock chalk for me out in Arrowhead.
I'm kind of worried. I know Jalen hasn't really thrown the picks that he started the year off, tossing quite a bit. But Jontez Williams has 4 picks for Iowa State. I feel like he makes an interception that makes the difference here. And because Kansas State's so good at losing one-possession games, I think I would need 6.5 to take the points with them. So I'm going to lay the 3 with Iowa State here. I think they've got a good enough program and a good enough coach to respond a little bit. It's in Arrowhead, but yeah, this is also it's kind of telling that Iowa State's only laying 3, right? And the last few weeks I've been saying that Kansas is going to get one of these games outright. I know they covered against K-State, but that was at 10, if I remember, 10.5 or something like that.
They only lost by 2.
I know. It's very, I mean, they lose one possession games. So yeah, I think I'm going to lay the 3 and think that maybe Kansas gets this. They might lose by 1 or 2, but I feel like it's maybe a 4 or 5.
There will be a lot of Iowa State fans, so this will be a true neutral site. Where's the coin going?
All right.
Where's he going?
Coin is on Kansas, tail at home. Coin taking the point.
Yeah, me and Rock Chalk here, baby. All right, game of the day, big noon kickoff, but at 4 o'clock Eastern. The Colorado Buffaloes off the bye week, coming in red hot, 6-2. People are talking about them to go to the playoff. On the other end, there's life with Texas Tech snapping that 2-game losing streak. They're getting 4 in Lubbock. That place is going to be on fire. You know me, I'm taking the points here. I think this is going to be a wild game. Both offenses, I think, are going to be able to move the ball. Texas Tech, definitely +4. Stay tuned. They might be the dog of the week. That place is going to be on fire. I know you're going to be on the Buffs. You're a Buff homer now.
I've tuck jobbed my way into transitioning to a Buff homer. I'm trying to earn the respect back of the Colorado fans.
Yeah, this is high spot, baby. Come on, Red Raiders.
I think Shadeur might be 4 points better than Baron Morton. And
what about that crowd?
I know that's got to play a little bit into it. And the whole idea of that I've been talking so high of Colorado plays directly into the Big 12 crabs in a bucket. Like you think you've gotten past that point and you get yanked back down.
Yep.
I had this one circled that I was going to lay with Colorado, but I feel like I've convinced myself the other way around. I might play this at Texas Tech +4, Colorado money line, and they win on a field goal on the road and like barely get it done. And just enough to, we get a couple more weeks of Dion coverage. I want the Cowboys to be the one to eliminate them, to be honest.
Gundy, 4-8. Mike
his only conference win is taking down Dion and keep him out of the playoff.
It's I think that you give me 4 points with the home dog here. Texas Tech's been so good at home all year. Outside of the Baylor outlier game, the Butt Bowl, just throw that game out. That game made no sense. Let's go Red Raiders in that offense at home.
Coin is on Texas Tech at home, tail at home.
Guns up, Red Raiders, everybody. Rush is on Colorado. Oh, Rush.
That's good. He would have liked that because we both took Tech.
Russ is falling in love with this fucking chalk lately. How'd that chalk work for Iowa State and K-State last week? This is dog season in the Big 12. Nothing makes sense. Take the points in all these fucking games. I'm 3 for 3 on dogs so far, shockingly. All right, I'll tell you what else is not shocking. Where you want to get some dogs, it's at Underdog Fantasy, baby. Get our special boost in flex entries today. Sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to get a special pick and first time deposit offer up to 1,000 bonus in cash. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. Troy, what's our underdog looking like this week?
All right. Our underdog this week, as I kind of hinted at earlier, we're going Kiner higher than 89.5 rush yards. Corey Kiner.
Yep.
We're also going Jaheim White higher than 72.5 rush yards.
Yeah, that's a winner.
I'm going to play that Jalen Daniels higher than half of an interception again. I've been off of it for a few weeks. I feel like going back to the well, like I said, Jontez Williams gets him. If you can play an exact player prop too, go ahead and do that one. And we're going with LeJontay Wester higher than half of a rush or reception TD. A lot of teams have been focusing on Travis down there in the red zone, and LeJontay kind of has that before you get to the red zone, break it all the way to the end zone playmaking ability. So we're rolling with him to score TD.
I like it. Higher than half a TD. Get on over there, 12-1 over at Underdog Fantasy. Oh, there you go, right there. Kiner higher, 89.5. Jaheim White higher, 72.5. Jalen Daniels higher than half an interception. That's going to win. And then LeJontay Wester higher than half a touchdown.
10.8x.
What was the exact number?
10.8x on a
10.8x. So basically 11x. So get on over there, Underdog Fantasy.
Yeah, and I think
promo code TCE.
I think you can claim a 30% or 31% boost there too. So get it up to almost 14.
I like it. Real quick before we dive into the next game, should know, is this the second or third time Colorado has been laying points on the road in the Dion era? So we shall see. This game is on crack. UCF is taking on Arizona State. How about these Sun Devils got bowl eligible last week, sitting at 6-2. On the other side, UCF absolutely fucking housed Arizona. This is a fascinating game. I kind of like UCF here as the dog. I think they found something offensively last week out of the bye week. I think Arizona State, they've overachieved, and I think that this is going to be a track meet back and forth, and I think I want to take the points here in a little entertaining game. I think this game's going to come right down the wire. I think that 2.5 is a trap number. I think UCF wins. I think UCF is fighting for bowl eligibility. And
do we think Cam Scatterbo plays in this game? He's banged
so.
up, and they're thinking that he possibly doesn't play. I saw there's a reason why the higher than half a rush or reception TD from Cam Scatterbo wasn't included in the underdog because he's not even listed. I feel like no Cam Scatterbo would be absolutely demoralizing to Arizona State. I feel like only using him for 50% of his plays that he typically gets out there is just enough to not lay that 2.5. I know Levitt is good, and Levitt is probably worth 2.5 points, but I think Cam Scatterbo is worth like 6 points. So, give me the number here. Moon bounce. They boarded it up. The basketball team boarded up the moon bounce. Didn't let the buzzsaw deflate the moon bounce in basketball. It's hard. You don't want to use a buzzsaw in hurricane season because those Floridians know how to board shit up. Protect the moon bounce is kind of the play here.
What is our favorite coin doing?
Coin says coin doesn't care about Cam Scatterbo being out.
Sun Devils rushes on the Sun Devils as well. So me and you battling the coin and rush. All right, this game, TCU's laying 11 against Oklahoma State. Man, I can't believe how bad Oklahoma State is. What are they, 0-6? They've lost 6 in a row? What do they have left? They're at TCU. Then they get Texas Tech at home, and then at Colorado. Are they going to miss a bowl?
I don't think they're winning this TCU game. I think the 10.5 is interesting, but I don't think this is going to be a win in Fort Worth. In fact, I hadn't even made a circle on this game yet. I was hoping to get swayed by anything that you said here.
Gotta take the
TCU
point.
can move the ball. Oklahoma State can't stop offense.
But
what is the likelihood that TCU blows them out, though? Yeah, but isn't Brandon Whedon too hurt? Alan Bowman's going to not be able to play, right?
He is banged up, but I mean, every time that they've played at TCU, it's been a crazy one possession game. I mean, every time that they've gotten a big number like the BYU game, Oklahoma State is still covered. They've actually been better on the road than they've been at home. They've been awful in Stillwater. I'm taking the points, man. I'm not laying double digits with TCU.
They have been better on the road, but I think I'm going to lay this with TCU.
Okay.
I think Hoover can move the ball enough. Which ones?
About the boosters not being able to pay their bills or whatever. He's lost his mind. He was focused on the election this year. He's checked out of the season.
He checked out of the whole season.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and lay it.
I hate picking against Gundy. I think I may lay it with you, man.
I mean, I hate picking against Gundy too, but we haven't seen Ollie be the guy that he's supposed to be. We haven't seen the defense really show anything. I hate to say it with a Gundy team, but 10.5 points isn't really that scary.
No. Yeah,
I do think it's a little bit sharper to alt this one to 9.5, though.
Okay. You're right. They're
just a bad football team.
Yeah, their defense is so fucking bad. You're absolutely right. That line is telling. I'll lay it with TCU with you. They've quit on the year. Gundy's quit on the year. They got to make some wholesale changes. It's crazy that they're going to miss a bowl, man. They started 3-0 and we're like, they're a college football contender. And then they never won another game. Shows how good the Big 12 is, baby. What's the coin doing?
All right. Bad flip. Bad flip. Coin is on the home team. The coin is taking TCU as well.
All on the Frogs. All right, game of the night. The Holy War is back in the Big 12. Man, I can't wait for this game. Look ahead on the summer was Utah -17. Now we got BYU -3. Remember we teased out that we thought BYU was going to spoil Utah season? Spoil their college football season?
Yeah, this is Uno Reverso, right?
This is totally Reverso. Utah's going to win. Utah out of the bye week, Kyle Whittingham, the only game that they care about. They're gonna scheme things up, simplify the game for Wilson. Defense is gonna play their ass off. Utah outright. This is home game. I'm going with the Utes, man. I hate it. I hate picking against BYU again, but yeah, let's go.
This seems like the ultimate Big 12 crabs in the bucket spot was the only thing that I had written down. Yeah. I also had Uno Reverso because all the way up to, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, we were thinking this is BYU's spot. Like Utah's going to be able to fight and win a couple of these games and everyone's going to be pumped for the Holy War. Yeah, I think just because of what goes down in the Big 12, I do think that Utah has a money line chance here.
Dude, we lost Iowa State and K-State last weekend. We're gonna lose Colorado and BYU this weekend, and just self-sabotage.
Yeah, it'll be a full transition to basketball season, like within 2 weeks of football games.
Yeah, it's the Big 12, man. Whatever's supposed to happen is not gonna happen.
Roadhead.
Roadhead.
The coin's going soaking. Which makes sense because you're supposed to flip it and like you're supposed to make a wish and flip it into a fountain, which would be soaking for a coin, right?
Yes, no doubt. Guess who Rush took?
Utah.
He took Utah. Yeah,
he knows. What we should do is actually fade rush on BYU and then just lay it now, even though we just gave all these reasons why we shouldn't.
It's a 20-point adjustment from the beginning of the year. It's a rivalry with Whittingham. Zach Wilson's brother at the quarterback position. Like, hold your nose, take the dog in the holy war. That place is going to be on fire in Salt Lake City. So, real quick before we give out our lock dog parlay, we actually did agree more than we usually do. Get on over there to Rhythm, proud sponsor of the college experience. Build your model today. They've been killing it in college hoops, college football. Get on over there, build your model. We're going to be giving out a lot of college basketball rhythm plays here in about 15 minutes. The model likes the Utes as well on Saturday, where it does not want to soak with the BYU Cougars. So get on over there, use our promo code, and that is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. And we're also brought to you by BetUS. BetUS back bigger, better than ever before. Back for 30 years. Easily depositable in cryptocurrency. What do I want to do tonight in college hoops? I was laying some big numbers. Utah Utes and hoops as well. That's another reason to lay with the Utes tonight. They're getting juiced up for this holy war in football. So lay with their basketball team tonight playing which one are they playing? I think they're playing Prairie View. It's Alcorn State after they just got drilled by BYU. Lay that 27.5 or 28.5. Get on over there and sportsgamblingpockets.com/BetUS. Promo code SGPN so they know we sent you.
Central Arkansas.
America's favorite sports book. Yeah, it is Central Arkansas. All righty. Back. Lock, dog, parlay. Let's do it. Lock number 1.
Hell of a bet there from David. Bye week -7.5 versus,
there you go.
Versus Arizona. Beautiful bet.
Lock number 1, I will take the Red Raiders +4.
Yep.
Guns up.
I'm locking Red Raiders in Utah. Your last hopes, the Big 12, has been put on notice. There will be a zero bid league team, and somehow SMU is going to get into the playoff after they lost at home to BYU.
I'm going to take. I don't want to be on the same lock as you. I'll go Kansas +3.
Okay.
Some more Big 12 self-sabotaging. I'll take Kansas +3 to really end Iowa State's run here. Alrighty, so I got Kansas +3. You got Utah +3 for your Moneyline dog. Who you want?
Utah. Double up.
All right, I'll join you on Utah Moneyline.
And I think our parlay is Tech, UCF, and Utah.
Tech, UCF, Utah. Do you want to throw TCU in there? Throw a favorite in there?
If you take the points with them or just –
I laid it. I laid the number. That was the only one I laid. TCU.
Yeah, well, I don't know why I said take, but yeah, if you keep the juice by laying the 10.5 in the parlay, I think.
Yeah. All right. Parlay is going to be Tech Moneyline, UCF Moneyline, Utah Moneyline, and let's leave TCU out. Let's just take those 3 dogs. We like all 3 of those dogs. All righty. So over there, I think it's 12-1. So get on over there. No, wait, no, it's more than 12-1. Sorry, my fucking.
It's got to be more than 12-1.
Yeah, hold on. I'm entering it now. It is.
You got to do the Colby and say that we put it in on Tuesday at like 35-1, and now no one can check our work because it's in the past now.
Fucking scammer over there. I know he locked up the Buffs. Shockingly.
He's actually been pretty sharp on his Buffs ideas this year.
They've been good on ATS this year.
Yeah, the idea of the offensive line kind of gelling as the season goes on, it being better than what we expected was a pretty sharp idea there from Colby.
Yeah, their defensive line. It's 13-1. Oh, yeah, there you go. Shitty. I get 1250 shitty my book, Ryan Hasty. So shout out to Ryan Hasty. Shout out to the chat. 13-1 for those dogs. And yeah, man. Any thoughts, Troy, real quick before we get out of here? I know we're going over and everybody's going to hear our opinions on these games for tonight, but college basketball this weekend. Houston, Auburn, Saturday night. Kansas, North Carolina tomorrow night. The other big one is Baylor, your Bears against Arkansas in Dallas. And there was another one. Arizona State's got Gonzaga on Sunday. Any thoughts on the basketball games this weekend for the Big 12?
I feel like Houston gets it done. Playing at home is a real big advantage for the Cougars.
It's at the Rockets, but it's in Houston.
Well, yeah, it's in Houston. Yeah, I think
Kansas is going to blow North Carolina out at the Fog.
Kansas should probably be able to fuck that team up. I think it'd probably be smart, whatever Baylor opens at against Arkansas, to get that number early. I think Baylor responds pretty well. Arkansas doesn't quite shoot the lights out the way that the Zags did.
Yeah.
I can definitely see a complete different step from Arkansas to Gonzaga. And yeah, Scott Drew's better than John Calipari.
So tomorrow night we'll give out a parlay right now on basketball. The Saturday line should drop around 3-4 o'clock. So guys, for your Friday happy hour, grab Kansas against North Carolina at the Fog. That'll be the Friday night leg. Then the Saturday legs will be Houston over Auburn and Baylor over Arkansas. I'm with you. I'm on all three of those as well. Just waiting for the lines and odds to drop. So a little three-legger for the Big 12 statement over the SEC and ACC. I'm all over it. Our Big Three against some of those teams. So we're going to absolutely roll because, I mean, the games are basically at home. I mean, the Baylor game's in Dallas, but it's still an advantage for the Baylor fans, I think. So, all right, guys. Pre-game show coming up in 8 minutes. We'll see you over there here in a minute. We are the Big 12 College Experience. He is at Troy Chewning. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. Subscribe to all our channels. Help us help you. Subscribe. Tell a friend, baby. And we're just getting started over here at the College Experience. This is the Big 12 College Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.